Hosting the show today, Mr. Dusty Vision. What's up with you, Doc?
What's up, man? Going out there, Playboy?
Hanging out, man. Just doing what I do, man. You know how we do it.
Cool. Good to hear that, man. Good to hear. A lot of crazy stuff going on. A lot of interesting stuff going on. God, I don't want to start with anything bad, man. So let me scroll down here because there's some bad news. You know what, man? Let's jump right into it, man. Did you hear about this dude who killed 4 people over the stimulus check?
No,
man. A couple hours ago, the story just popped. Dude, quote, baby daddy, killed allegedly his baby mama, and 2 kids were involved as well. Went crazy over a stimulus check.
No, man, I didn't hear that one, dude. I did not hear that one at all. That AZ, man, money to make people do some of the damnedest things. Yeah,
that 1,400, man. I saw a funny meme. It had a dude, and he had like 7 kids, and it had 1,400, 1,400, 1,400. It said today's Powerball winner.
Jacob Brown, what's up with you folks? Let's see, B1's in the house. Jacob Brown's in the house. What's up, folks? How y'all doing today? I got something new today, man. I got this new. They got the. Can you see them on the screen?
Yeah, I sure do. It pops up, right? The comments.
Yeah, pop up on the screen there. What's up, Pimp Players Hustlers Network? Yeah, we here today, folks. We got a little new toy that they dropped on us right before the on the update. So I'm just trying it out, see how y'all like it.
Nice.
No, man, I didn't see that, dude. That got people tripping, man. That got people. What's up? What's up, Derek Mallory? Much love to you, folks.
Yeah, it says actually it was. Okay, so it says an Indianapolis man suspected of killing 3 people and a child told police he fatally shot the 4 victims after he and his girlfriend argued because he wanted a share of her COVID-19 relief money.
Wow.
For the love of money, homie.
My man B1 said if he didn't need it, he'd say fuck money.
I think we all would.
Yeah.
Some say it's the root of all evil, but then it's like, well, damn, how do I pay my bills?
Well, you know what? That's what they keep us in debt. Debt is a new school way of indentured servitude.
Ooh, say it again, homie. I remember my first day at college, there was nothing but credit card companies lined up the block.
Yeah. And as long as they can keep you in owing somebody, they can control you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they tell you you got to have this card, credit card is ID. Come on, man. How's credit card ID?
Wow.
2 forms of ID. A driver's license should be enough, but no, I need that and a credit card.
And a credit card.
Prove to you who I am. Okay. And sometimes you can't use you can't use cash. I go to a couple of restaurants, you can't give them no money.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't give them no money, so you got to have credit or debit card. So you indentured. You are in indentured servitude. Trust me, my brother.
Yep. And just know, kids out there, youngins, 20 years old, 21, 22, your credit score, FICA, things like that are going to matter in about 10, 15, 20 years when you want to buy a nice car, when you want to buy a home, things like that. So don't mess off your credit early.
They matter right now. You want to get a job, man.
There you go.
You go to get a certain kind of job, they run your credit to make sure see what kind of pressure you under.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know we'll bust the pipe, and that's real talk.
Yeah, and even then, I think they do it also because they want to see what kind of person you are. Do you pay back your debts? Because that means a lot about a person. If you just borrow money here, borrow money there, don't pay shit back, that says a lot about a person. So it's very important. Your credit score is very important in that sense also.
But what the crazy part is, you have to keep a certain amount of debt. If you pay off all your credit cards, your FICO score will go down.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They keep you in debt so that you can look like you don't need the money. My daddy always said the best way to get some money is look like you don't need none.
Ooh.
The only way, if somebody walk up to you in a suit and tie and say, man, look, my car ran out of gas, somebody just robbed me. You're quick to give them some money. Hey, man, I need $20 to get home, get some gas in my Benz. Okay. And I will gladly give me a number. I will send it back to you. You trust that person to give them that $20. But somebody who pushing a cart say I need something to eat, you're gonna think about drugs.
That's deep. That's, you know, I never even thought of that concept, but that makes so much sense.
It is. And this is why we get ripped off so much as Americans, because we trust the people wearing suits, but we're afraid of the cats wearing T-shirts. Every banker wears a suit to work.
Ooh.
Okay. We trust the people who wear suits, but we're afraid of the ones that wear T-shirts.
Damn.
Every banker, I got people right now. I got to call me. One of my classes, he's buying a car. He bought the car 4 days ago. His girl bought the car 4 days ago. And the car started tripping. He took the car back to the dealership. Dealership said, yeah, they put it on the little machine. The machine said the transmission is acting up, but you also need $3,000 more to keep the car. What you mean we keep? So he said, no, I don't want to keep it. Give me my money back. Oh, okay, fine. You had the car for 3 days. We insured it for 4 days. We got to keep $300 of your deposit so we can prorate your insurance. How in the hell are you going to keep $300 of somebody's money for 4 days of insurance? Come on, man. Ain't an insurance policy. Come on, dude. Come on, man. I know insurance is high. That lot insurance is crazy. It ain't $75 a day. Anywhere in the world. So yeah.
Yeah, dropping some financial game on you guys as well. You get everything on the Alonzo Show. Let's jump into the BS, man. We talked about Casanova a few times on our show, and I'll recap for everybody out there who doesn't know. New York rapper, had a couple of popular songs. In December, him and about 18 people in his crew were arrested for things such as racketeering. Drug sales, murder was one of the charges, and a lot of the charges were done via Instagram DM. We've talked about this before. He's also gotten some flack about what he said on Vlad TV, and all this time people were saying that his Vlad TV interview got him arrested and charged with extra stuff. But it turns out today that it came out that his interview with Nick Cannon is the interview that got him. And what he said, and I would love your opinion after I finish this, Lonzo, he said, simple. He said, I'm still Ape as in gorilla. And what that means is that's the name of his crew, Gorilla Gang. And that was all the proof they needed that he was part of this organization. Now, my thought is, if you're part of a street organization or a gang, don't say that on an interview. Don't say that in song, because it will be used against you in a future crime.
We were talking about this the other day. Me and a buddy of mine was talking about how various crime organizations operate around the world. And there is crime. There's so-called alleged crime operations in China that everybody knows existed for hundreds of years.
Oh yeah.
They don't make rap records. Okay.
Exactly. Thank you.
They don't make. You don't know what you're dealing with till it's too late. Okay. You don't know what you got yourself into till it's too late. And a buddy of mine was telling me, he says, "Hey man, he was a police officer. He worked that area one time. He says, man, the stuff that happens over in that part of town makes what happened in the hood look like Boy Scouts setting bush and fire." Okay? Yep. But what they do, they don't do it in a boisterous way. All they know is when you ask about so and so, they say, "Oh, he went back home." Okay. And that's just like with Breaking Bad. Remember Breaking Bad, the movie?
Oh yeah, of course.
Breaking Bad, and you went to Belize?
Yeah, something like that. South America, or something like that.
You went to Belize. It was a wrap. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you send someone? No, he went on vacation for real. Did he go to Belize? Oh, so and this is one of the problems that we have as people. We're not happy with having some money unless everybody knows we got some money. Poor people spend a lot of money looking rich to other poor people.
Exactly.
Okay. And people, I think a lot of guys want to intimidate people by claiming who they are or who they roll with, so people will look at them in a certain way. But when you do that, like you said, you just branded yourself. You just digitally branded yourself and associated yourself with something that you might not want to deal with. But here it is. You said it. Your words will be used against you in the court of law. Okay, these are public public airwaves. That might
Yep.
this off the airwaves and put it and use it in the court of law. Well, when you were on so and so television show, you said this right here. Yes, okay. The next thing you know, you caught up in something that you had no intention of being caught up in. Most of the time, I can't help
you. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I mean, people like Donald Trump are trying to make gangs, terrorist organizations and putting them on terrorist lists. I mean, you don't want to be put on a terrorist list because of something you said on your Instagram story. I mean, it could happen. It sounds silly, but it could happen.
You do not want to be put on a terrorist list of any type for any reason whatsoever. Dude, that right there, dude, that's Guantanamo Bay. When you go to that situation, all your civil rights get squashed. Okay, that right to a speedy trial, all that right to an attorney, it ain't gonna happen, dude. It ain't gonna happen. So you have to be very, very careful. And this is the kind of stuff that we need to talk about in our community. I mean, even sometimes even tattoos. Okay, tattoos.
Yeah.
You can see a tattoo on a podcast, but when you have a certain associations, man, I remember when I was a kid, when gangs first hit, the cops used to carry Polaroid cameras around. Polaroid cameras, and every time they stopped us, they took a Polaroid of us right there on the street. Okay, I'm 16, 17 years old, hanging out with a buddy of mine, and the cops rolled up on us. What are you guys doing? Nothing. Come over here. And they just pull our sleeves up to see if we had any tattoos and Polaroids of everybody. Okay. So that self-snitching situation, that's something, they do it on record. They do it on podcasts, and you just can't. You have to be smarter than the world has changed so much. We still doing stuff from the 2000s. Okay? The world has changed so much, but we still doing stuff from the 2000s, and you wonder why you're getting caught up.
Yep. That's facts. And another piece to this, keeping it on the Casanova 2 times thing, he just posted on Instagram this, and I quote, and I hope this is a message out there to, people who think their day ones are going to be down with them. This is my homie for life. This is my boy. He'll never leave me hanging. He wrote, and I quote, "If you ain't send me no money or check in on me, and you supposedly my mans, suck my," and that goes for anybody. Sounds like from what his girl posted as well not too long ago, that nobody's checking in on Casanova 2 times.
Yeah. When you gone, you out. Okay. When you gone, unless you was holding the bag, a fat bag, and still being able to put people on or keep people working while you gone, nobody cares. Nobody cares. They care for a hot minute. I had a close friend of mine went to jail, and I saw some of his boys look out for him in a major way. Okay. I saw somebody look his boys, not just family, because family took care of him no matter what. But his people, his boys, looked out for him in a major way, and that's rare as hell, man. That's rare as hell. He had some good dudes on the squad, and he got caught up on some bullshit, so they looked out for him, But that's rare. Most of the time it don't happen like that, dude.
Yeah, and what trips me out, Lonzo, is if you read the details on some of these crimes that these rappers commit, it's funny to me that they rap about being millionaires and I got these gold chains, I got these cars. You can't post $100,000 bill, dog? You can't post $100,000 bill. Is that what you're telling me right now?
All the money. You spent all the money already. You can't drive that Lamborghini up in your house. I'm gonna put this on hold till I get out of. No, man. And, I know guys that they got out back in the 80s, man. The first thing they did when they first got their first 20 racks, they gave it to a lawyer. Okay? He said his first 20 racks, and the bigger he got in the game, the more money he put with his lawyer. Hey man, you put this holders for me in case I get caught up. Come get me. Okay, you already got your retainer. You got my bail money. You got whatever. So and that was, and he was a grown man, so he thought differently. He had seen money before. So when he walked away from the game, got his money back from his lawyer and stepped away completely. Okay. But most cats, they so busy trying to floss on the homies, trying to get that, ooh, look at the chain, ooh, look at the rims, ooh, look at the car. And you still doing that. And every time you do that with the chain, the car, all you're doing is raising your profile for the jackers and the police.
Yeah.
You're raising your profile for the jackers and the police.
Yeah. Easy food. Easy food.
Yeah. Okay, that's low hanging fruit right there. And most of the time, nobody take time out to really take care of their business and have a lawyer on standby. You got to call somebody and try and man, I need to hold. No. They move too fast. They move too fast. And one of the problems I've seen, especially when a lot of the cats that I once used to hang out with, not really hang out with, but guys that I've watched in the game. Most guys try to make a game a career. It's not a career. Okay, and the only guys that ever really was successful was the ones that use it for ends to a means. Okay, I'm gonna do this for X amount of days, X amount of months, or till I get this amount of money, I'm buying me a truck or I'm buying me some property. I'm doing this right here. But most of the guys walked away from it, and those are the only ones that really walked away with it and didn't get stained by the overall game.
Did you say something back in the day on our show? And forgive me if I'm wrong, but did you say something along the lines of the only people that can make drug dealing a career or successful at making drug dealing a career are white people?
I might have said that, but that's pretty true.
Okay, it was something along those lines because it caught me. I was like, "Oh shit!" You had a really good point to that, but it was probably a year or two ago. But
I never see when white people sell dope, they don't sell dope like black people do. I know a guy that sold dope that you never. That's the last thing you thought of.
That was what it was. Just a regular average Joe.
That's the last thing you thought he was doing. Okay, that's the last thing you thought he would do. Okay. If you wasn't a customer of his, you didn't know what he did. Okay. He was the most flabby, non-flamboyant, bucket driving, regular house, apartment driving, living dude, and that was his thing, and it was, I don't know what, I stopped dealing with him a long time ago, but he had a regular day job, and that was his hustle, but he didn't, he might have ate it up. He might have spent it in lobster or something. He didn't buy no jewelry and rings and stuff like that. He enjoyed it in another. He enjoyed it in another way. And we don't do it like that. We got to have, just like when Denzel was in that movie. That movie with Denzel when he played the brother out of New York. He was, as long as he stayed low profile, he was good.
Oh yeah, Frank Lucas, and then he buys the $15,000 coat. He gets caught by the FBI.
The girl bought him that coat with his money.
There you go.
And that put him on Front Street from that point on.
As
long as he wore that suit and tie, he was cool. As soon as he bought that coat, and that's kind of stuff that cats, and it's a shame. It's a shame that you don't see American Gangster. Thank you, Doc. You don't see a lot of guys with jobs dressed in certain ways. You just don't do that. Okay. If you got money from your job, and that's how you get caught. Okay. That's how you get caught. You don't see guys with you don't see many guys with regular jobs have multiple rings, especially if you got a job and kids. Okay? You ain't got this, you don't have the disposable income. You don't have disposable income. Okay. And if you're a cat with real estate, you become so conscious of expenses. Once you go to Home Depot about 40, 50 times and swipe your credit card till the numbers is gone, you become conscious of your money, and you just don't do you respect your money a different way. And I think that's what happens. They lose respect for money. When you lose respect for money, you start doing things with it you normally wouldn't do. And that's rappers are notorious for that.
Mm-hmm.
Rappers are notorious for disrespecting money.
Man.
Rappers and drug dealers are notorious for disrespecting money. Okay? Now, as much money as Jeff Bezos got, Jeff Bezos lost half his fortune, $30-something billion in a divorce settlement, and got it all back. And like 8 months. He ain't got a gold ring on nowhere. He ain't got
probably a younger, hotter girlfriend.
Oh, the chick he picked up, she used to be on the news.
Word?
She was hot as fish grease. Okay. the woman he left his wife for, I remember her from the news, man. She was hot as fish grease. Okay. I should love her. I should hear in the morning, Doc. I ain't lying. Okay.
Damn. How happy was she to get that call the next day? Oh, yes, I'd love to go on a second date, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm right. So yeah, it's we just got different habits, man. We, that's something that I don't know whether it's in our DNA or what. I'm not sure. I don't understand it. I did it. I mean, I did it. It's me lying. I did it. Okay.
We all done, yeah.
We had the Mr. T kit. That still wasn't changed today. But from where I used to be, and where I've learned that when you're going out in the public, and you hanging out in certain areas, and you got on all them chains, you don't even look right.
You look like a steak to a bunch of hungry motherfuckers.
Okay? Now, and that's what made me. I broke down to the one chain. Well, actually, the little bead thing, but I broke down to the one chain because I started hanging out not hanging out, but I started doing business in different parts of the city, in the Valley, Hollywood. You don't see that kind of stuff, okay? Mm-hmm. And you in money.
Yeah.
You in money.
Yeah.
Okay. You in money, but everybody's just low profile, low key, flip flops at work. Okay. Mm-hmm. T-shirt, and it's like this cat making a couple $100 racks a year, but he ain't worried about spending it. He ain't got to prove nothing to me. Okay. And that's the difference. We have to prove stuff to each other that we doing what we doing bigger than what we really are. And that's just a bad habit we have.
Yeah, yeah. There's a whole history behind that, and I would encourage everybody out there to maybe go down a rabbit hole as to why we don't respect money. That's the best line I've heard in a long time. Respect your money. That's so important.
If we spend money, we wouldn't spend money the way we spend money.
Yeah, yeah. And you know who respects money the most? Our homies on the J Crew.
Okay. And if we understood money, we wouldn't spend money with people that don't spend money with us.
Yeah.
If we respected money, like everybody else respected money, we would not spend money with people who don't spend money with us. People come to our community for one reason and one reason only, to get our money. They don't move in our community. They're not here. They don't move in our community. They come here, get their money, and they go. Okay? They go. Man. They build their own communities up. They build their communities up with our money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Asian lady that you buy your blunts from and your fifth or whatever from, she doesn't live in Gardena. She lives in Hacienda Heights somewhere.
You're not gonna buy a piece of chicken, no hair care products, no Hennessy, no white T-shirts, from nobody look like me or you. Okay.
That's crazy.
You're not gonna do it. Okay. You're not gonna do it. And see, money is a tool. And that's people. Now, once I understood that money is a tool, I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Money is a tool to go get you more money. Okay.
Man, dog, that's so important. It's a tool to make more money. You move your money around.
Right.
That's how they do it.
People tell you, hey man, money is supposed to work for you. You ain't supposed to work for your money.
Correct.
And once you understand, oh, wait a minute, what you mean you're supposed to work for me? Hey man, put your money to work. Your money's lazy under the couch. Oh, your money in the bed while you out working.
Yep. Damn. I love that, man. We need to drop those financial gems every once in a while because that's so important in our community. We do not respect money. Let's move on, man.
Go for it.
Some sad news. It hasn't been 100 days yet, and there have already been a reported 100 homicides in Philadelphia. The city hasn't been this dangerous since the 90s, and it has quickly become one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S.
Whew. I was today I was on my class I teach for podcasts, and one of the guys was from Detroit, from Chicago. We're talking about Chicago and how things are so hot in Chicago. He was explaining how he says it's so cold out there, man. Cats don't fight.
Oh,
he said,
damn! Get it over with and get back in the heater.
So I said, man, why don't they said, man, they don't fight out in Chicago? Okay, they don't want to get out the car. Okay, so if they got a problem with somebody, they send a hot one after them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't care who they miss, who they hit, if they miss, who they hit. They don't care. Okay. And I'm like, huh? He said, nah, man. He said, these youngsters out here, out there, they on something totally different. Okay. And I never thought about that, man, because I always wondered why it was such a problem. And people forget that Chicago is a part of Illinois. Illinois is mostly farmland.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All this crime is happening in a very small radius. I say it all the time.
So, and I don't even know. I don't know much about Philadelphia at all. I just know over 100 homicides. We ain't had 100 days in the year yet. That's a whole lot of folks that ain't gonna make it. Didn't make Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does anybody know why? Is it? Oh, my man, Pimp Players. He says I live in Gary, Indiana. I'm right down the street from Chicago, and it's been crazy here. Okay.
Yeah, Gary is always in the top 10 of murder. Unfortunately, of murder capitals in the country. Gary, Indiana, it goes down. That's where Michael Jackson's from. Shout out Gary.
That's where the Jacksons are from. Gary, Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And Pimp Players. Hey man, if you send me your number, I'll give you a call. See if I can get you on the line. I need to understand this right quick. Okay. I need to understand this. Okay.
Yeah, tell him to call in. That would be dope.
I can take a phone call.
He's a huge supporter.
He is a huge supporter. I would love to talk to him and get his opinion and why things are so hot in that area. I'm gonna send you a number now.
Yeah, send it to him, man. That would be dope, man. I would love to talk to him. He's always shows us love on my channel as well. That's so dope. Yeah, it's getting bad, man. It's getting really bad. And someone in the comments mentioned about the dude getting robbed for his $500,000 Rolex in Beverly Hills. Did you hear about that? I mean, it's not just going down in the hood. It's like people are hungry and they are going to where the food is. And I see people all the time, Lonzo, with their phones. They're not paying attention. They have their headphones in, like they're not paying attention. When I'm walking down the street, my head's pretty much on a swivel, not like a paranoid type of thing, but like I'm paying attention to my environment, dude. It trips me out when I see people, especially a lot of women, just looking down on their phone and their headphones are on. And I'm like, you are easy food right now.
That's crazy, man. I saw, this is a true story. Me and my son was driving one day. I'm in the left-hand turning lane, about to make a left turn. Light hadn't turned green for me yet. And this lady was crossing the street, looking at her phone. And another guy was making a left turn, coming around because he got caught in the intersection. He's making a left turn. She's walking across the intersection. Homeboy missed her by an eyelash, and she never looked up.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
She never looked up. I screamed. My son screamed. Yeah, okay. My son screamed. I screamed. The guy that almost hit her looked at me. His eyes as big as goddamn watermelons, and we both like, oh shit! And she,
wow, man. Damn, I see that all the time, and it would have been his fault. Sadly, in the court of law, it would have probably been his fault.
Yeah, she was in the crosswalk. She just wasn't paying no attention.
She at the end of the day, she's dead.
How do you? They tell everybody look both ways when you enter an intersection. But how do you look at your phone while you in an intersection? You are competing with cars. Okay, you're competing for cars for street space. And nowadays with fools turning these corners like they drifting and shit. Oh man, come on.
Yep.
What's up, John Wick? You got folks turning the corners drifting. Come on, man. Come on. This late
Tues Time said something that I would never heard, but if you would like to touch on it, I would be interested. Tues Time says, I'm late here. I don't know if y'all discussed this, but MC8 said you robbed him of his publishing.
It wasn't me.
That's okay. And Trip Out, this is what I've learned about people who post comments. Don't take that comment for like a lot of people like to start stuff or they heard something different, but explain it.
He was on the feed last week, and he came in late last week. It wasn't Lonzo, okay? I was on 8, only had one song with me, and that was on the Compton compilation. I didn't do a deal with 8. 8 was not signed to me for that Compton compilation. They had that one song on there. 8 was signed to Unknown DJ, wasn't me, okay? Compton Most Wanted was signed to Techno Hop, not Crew Cut. Okay, now 8, if you maybe you heard that wrong, but maybe you assumed he said it was on the Gangster Chronicles. Now he may have said it. I know he is a contributor to the Gangster Chronicles, but 8 was never signed to me. Okay, that how he got us confused ain't possible. Okay. 8 was signed to Techno Hop Records, which is Unknown DJ. I gave 8 his start in the beginning with one song on the Compton compilation. That was it, along with everybody else from Sound Control Mob. 8 never signed it. He never. When 8 came to me, they had one song. We did "This Is Compton," and they got a deal with Orpheus, which was distributed by N.W.A, I believe. I'm not sure, but he was never signed to me as an artist. I never signed. I discovered CMW. I never signed CMW. They were signed to somebody else. Okay, so we can get that straight.
And I remember watching that specific interview. Actually, now that you talked about it, he did say Unknown DJ. I didn't piece it all together. He said Unknown DJ
for robbing him and called him out on that. I called him out on that. Okay, yeah. He was blaming you and Unknown was robbing I called him out on that. Okay. Yeah, I never it was distributed to EMI, much love and Capital. Yeah, I didn't, no, dude, I didn't work with 8 like that. I didn't produce none of his records. I didn't Slip produced the stuff. I signed him to. I did one deal. I did a compilation album, Compton compilation. He was signed to Techno Hop, and he had a deal with Orpheus. Orpheus. Now here's the part. Here's the part where the shit starts in the record business. Okay. Now, no matter what happens, Orpheus ripped everybody off. Charles Huggins, the guy that ran Orpheus, went to the penitentiary, okay, for ripping off. His wife was Melba Moore, the singer, Melba Moore. He ripped her off, okay? He ripped off Techno Hop, but Unknown gets blamed for it, okay? That's how it go, Doc. Okay? Real talk. That's real talk. Here's the part that when in the record game, the brother usually get the blame for what the white people do. Okay.
Oh.
The brother get the blame for what the white people do.
Ooh.
Okay. Everybody was mad at Easy. Okay. N.W.A was mad at Easy for a while, but Easy didn't make the contract. Because see, here's some shit that I know that nobody don't know but Lonzo, because Lonzo was there. When Easy came to me, before Easy went to Jerry Heller, I was Easy's consultant for Ruthless Records. Look at the Ruthless logo. It's made by the same guy that made the Crew Cut logo, the Techno Hot logo, everybody's logo. We had one graphic designer out of Compton named Lirad that did everybody's logo.
Talk that shit, Lonzo.
He made the Ruthless logo. When Easy needed a lawyer, because I'm the only one that was doing anything, I took him to my lawyer, Kent Clavens in Beverly Hills. I'm sitting right there when Easy E gave him $600 for the Ruthless contracts. Easy was shocked because he's like, oh my God, $600. Well, see, what you understand is You can get various kind of contracts from your lawyer. I said, I want a contract. I want to own everything. I want a fair contract. Okay. I want a lopsided, or whatever the case may be. I always ask for the fair contracts. Okay. I know. See, understand me. You got to understand Lonzo. Okay. I can't speak for nobody else in the game but Lonzo. Okay. Lonzo studio is in his house. I've been living here for 36 years. I've dealt with Crips, Bloods, everybody. I can't afford to rip nobody off. You know where I live at. I can't afford to rip nobody off because you know where I live at. I ain't moved since 1985. I've been here since 1985. Okay, in April. Oh, and actually, wait a minute. I moved here March 21st, 1985. In a few days, it'll be 36 years. Okay. So my philosophy was I'll pass on some cats before I get caught up with them because everybody don't understand the record game. I'll pass on a lot of people because I don't need the hassle at my house. I do your demos at my house. I have the meetings at my house. Okay. If I'm dealing with you on anything, everything was done at my house. Everything you saw in Straight Outta Compton up until the time I walked out the studio and said, "No, you got it, Dre," was depicting my house where I live in today, where I am right now doing this podcast. So I've always had a thing that if I'm going to work with you, I'm going to treat you as fair as possible. And I don't need anybody creeping around my house with no guns and can on. I don't need all that. Okay, I got guns. I got shotguns. I don't want to shoot nobody, and I don't want to get shot. Okay, so when things got gangsterish, I decided to leave the music business alone. Simple as that. I did one gangster type album, which was Flamin', and I learned a lesson from that. Okay, I learned a lesson. I decided I'm gonna leave this gangster shit alone because I don't want to hurt nobody. I ain't trying to get hurt. Not that I'm a punk. I just got other shit. I got bigger fish to fry. Okay, and that's always been my philosophy. Okay, that's always been my philosophy. Okay, so when I do business with somebody, I'm gonna do as straight up as possible. And if you don't understand it, I'm gonna try and explain it to you. I've been explaining the record business to niggas for 35 fucking years. Okay, now if you don't listen, that ain't me. Okay, if you don't listen, that ain't on me. And cats that asked me, I will tell you because somebody told me. But people always, me and Unknown is still tight to this day. We tight right to this day. Okay.
Yeah, I saw him not too long ago over there.
What happened with 8 and them, I don't even know because I kind of left that alone. They gave me a little finder's fee, and I wish them luck. I went to their video shoots. I mean, they photo shoots. We shot most of the stuff you saw at the first MC8 Compton's Most Wanted photo shoot was done at the Hawthorne Mall right before it closed. Well, it was closed already. We snuck up in there and took pictures and stuff. But Mike T ain't mad at me. Chill ain't mad at me. Okay, they was all in the group. They all had issues with 8 at one time. They ain't mad at Lonzo. Chill been on my show. Mike T usually chime in from time to time. So, but people always get me an Unknown kind of confused. We've been tight for shit since Eve After Dark. In fact, let's get this straight out right now. On one of the documentaries, what's the guy's name? Who's a lawyer for Dick Griffey, says that Suge beat up a member of the Wrecking Crew. Suge ain't beat up no member for the Wrecking Crew. Okay? It was Unknown he had a problem. They always got us confused. They always got us twisted up. Okay? Him and Unknown had a problem. But Lonzo, I didn't go around death row like that. I didn't. All money ain't good money for me. I'm sorry, folks. That's been my philosophy all my life. I saw that on handwriting on the wall. Yeah, it was a lot of money, but I don't need the headache. I like sleeping at night. I don't like living looking over my shoulder. I go wherever I want. The other day, tell you a true story, happened the other day. I'm gonna tell you this happened the other day. I'm at Denny's over on Imperial and Crenshaw. Me and one of my folks having breakfast, and this dude walked up to this dude stepped. Hey, excuse me, sir. And I could tell this cat he was in the life. Okay, blue tattoos all over his face, blue sweatsuit, and he was one of them dudes. Okay, he said, "Man, I know you, man. You look familiar. You look familiar, dude. Did you want you be on Vlad or something?" I said, "Yeah, man, that's me. Wrecking Crew, right? Yeah, yeah." And I could tell that he was from the other side, or he was, from the blue team. Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, but I was telling my girl, I recognize you. That right there, for me, lets me know I don't ain't nobody checking for me like that. I've been the same way all my life. I've been a grown man since the 80s. Okay, if I was like that, niggas would have been got with me. I ain't hard to find. I run nightclubs. I'm out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was. So when I made a conscious decision not to do certain things. Okay, I don't like nothing on my shoulder. That man walked up to me. He was very humble. He was very polite. Now, according to his face, where he come from, if I saw him someplace else, I might not have felt that comfortable talking to him, because you could tell, he been to jail or something. I've been to a hell of a tattoo artist. Okay, but on the same token, I'm in San Diego. Sunday, I took the train to San Diego. Had to do a show out there, just hanging out with a buddy of mine, doing a DJ show. And Amtrak was shut down from San Diego to Irvine, so we had to catch a bus. One of them luxury buses from San Diego to Irvine. And I'm standing in line. I got my mask pulled down because my beard was itching. And home, this white dude, big white boy. Look, Lonzo, is that Lonzo Williams? I said, "Yeah, what's up, man?" Oh man, goddamn, Mr. Godfather, West Coast hip. Oh man, hey, I'm embarrassed as shit. I'm embarrassed. I'm the only black person on the damn bus. Big white boy is giving me all this praise. I'm walking in here. Thank you, man. Much love. He giving me dap. I gave him dap, whatever the case may be. He wanted the picture, but he had to load the bus up. But he was like, "Oh man, it's hip hop royalty, blah blah blah." So, and I said, I'll just say this: I missed a lot of money. I may have missed a lot of money in my life so I can sleep at night. Okay? I may have missed a lot of money so I can sleep and go where the fuck I want to go when I want to go.
Man.
Okay?
That's so important, dog.
Okay? Well, I could get Mike T in the house. What's up, Mike T? Now, Mike T, Mike T will tell you, Mike Day, your birthday, Mike T? Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Mike T. If that, yeah. Happy old day to me. Mike T. What's up, Mike? Hey, man, look here. Mike T was a member of CMW, a major player, DJ for CM, Compton's Most Wanted. Now, Mike, one of the guys in the chat room was saying that I took Eighth Publishing. Now, as you very well know, y'all was never signed to me, okay? And I'm just trying to explain how I get down, how I get down, how I've been getting down. And this is why everybody that ever worked with me will still deal with me for the most part, okay? All the guys that ever came through here, whether it was Crips, Bloods, whatever the case may be, they all got love for me. Because I want, because at that time, they may not have understood what I was trying to do, but as they matured, oh shit, I see what you were talking about, Lonzo. Now that shit makes sense, okay? Yep, I was at Norm's on Imperial and Crenshaw. Yep, yes sir, D Blue. And I never discriminated. If you had talent, okay. Oh, I didn't say it. Oh, Ace said, no. I understand, bro. I understand what you said. I'm not accusing you of saying. I'm just saying I remember you was talking about it last week, and I don't know how I got into that situation right there, because I didn't do that. I didn't take no publishing from Ace. I've had artists come to me on multiple occasions and tell me, Lonzo, man, put me on, dude. I give you all my publishing right now, man. I got 100 songs. I'll give you all my publishing. Just put me on. And beg me. First of all, if you're gonna give me 100, here was Mike T right here. No, Lonzo never gave a contract to no one. Unknown had the control of H Publishing because he signed to 8 when 8 was underage at the time. Bam, Mike T. Much love. Thank you very much, sir. But I've had artists offer me their publishing to put them on. 100 songs, man. I got 100 songs right now. First of all, if you got 100 songs, you're going to give away the publishing, you probably got 100 tracks of bullshit, first of all. Okay? You got 100 tracks of bullshit. Right? Second of all, if I take your publishing today and one of your songs happen to blow up and you don't get no money, you're going to be on my head. You'll be looking for me. Okay. Now, it happens all the time. I know guys that gangsters that have been ripped off for hundreds of thousands in publishing money and didn't do a damn thing about it. Okay. I've had guys change the writers on the song so that the manager or somebody, the so-called manager, the writer's credits and the publishing. I probably would catch a case for that one right there. Okay. But I won't do it to nobody because I understand you stupid right now. Okay. And once you learn the game, you're going to tell people how I took advantage of you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in that position. Okay. Like I said before, I do what I do because I can do it and not look over my shoulder. My reputation means a lot to me, man. Mike T, one of my boys, Mike T come by the house. We gonna go fishing one of these goddamn days. Mike T got a big old boat, and and it was slipped in when I did the reunion. Everybody glad to hang out, man. That means more to me than than stealing these cats' publishing. Come on, man, because it happened to me, and I wouldn't do that to nobody else. And that's just how I know some. Oh man, Lonzo, nah, dude, that's just how I am, man. That I could have ripped off a whole lot of people and been going out my house by now. Okay, but man, I don't need the headache. I don't need the headache. I don't need the headache.
Damn.
That's just me.
This has been my favorite show in a long time, Lonzo. I'm keeping it real. I'm glad you cleared that up. And shout out to Mike T for coming on and
happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, Playboy. Happy birthday.
Man. See, when you got Crips and Bloods at your house, and these cats was active back then. These niggas are retired now. They got old. These niggas they retired. They retired now. Back then they was full of 8-ball and Hennessy, and it could go down at any given moment. I had to be the sober one in the room to make sure everybody was straight. And we never had. I've been here. I had all these cats in the house, man. We never had an incident, dude. Never had a fight. Had a couple of disagreements, but we never. They know I wouldn't tolerate that. And when you came over here, it was about getting your money. It was about trying to learn the game. Now, if you didn't learn the game fast enough to get yourself together, I can't help you with that one. Mike T says Lonzo gave me the biggest chance to learn engineering in the studio when all I had was a SB12 drum machine and no
knowledge of how to run a studio.
That's why I always find things to give back to him, and that's true. That's true.
That's dope, man.
If Mike was a part of that, Mike was a part. He's a part of CMW. If he felt that I ripped off 8 or anybody else, he would probably be salty toward me too. Chill was a part. Chill, he was other half. Chill, ain't no salt in that game. Ain't no salt. Most of the cast didn't understand what I was doing at the time because the game was new to me. The game was new to me. Somebody told me, man, you can do this if you want to, but long term it ain't worth the hassle. Okay? They told me, the old players, yeah, man, you can keep this, you can take this, you can take this, but one day it's gonna catch up with you, and you don't want that to, somebody to walk up to your ass and hit you upside the head or shoot you because you took their kid's fortune from them.
Mm-hmm. Okay? 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Okay, because 20 years ago, this stuff wasn't worth no money.
Mm-hmm.
But now, in the 80s, and in 2021, the shit's worth money now. Okay, and that's what the folks know when they take it from you in the first place. They know if the value goes up over time. Okay, so what you'll do in the 80s and 90s, you'll sell your future for a few dollars, and then all of a sudden you get mad because somebody, they ripped me off. No, they paid you. They did what you're supposed to do. You didn't respect your value. Mm-hmm. You didn't respect the money.
Woo! Back to respect the money. That's what I was gonna say, dog. That's the perfect way. Respect the money, and all money ain't good money are probably the two biggest lessons I hope someone out there learned tonight.
And see, I've had people tell me, who told you that? Man, look here, okay? I had opportunities to sell out many a time, dude. But when you sell out, okay, when you sell out, like so many artists can't wait to do these days, okay? Mm-hmm. Once you sell out, you don't have nothing no more, okay? When you hold your guns and stay true to yourself, and if you ain't got nothing else, you got your heart, okay? You ain't got nothing else. You got your mind. You got a clear conscience. That and people ask me, what do I do different? I wouldn't do nothing different, man. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do nothing different. Okay? I might have bought some Tesla stock or Amazon stock back in the day. Other than that, I wouldn't have done nothing different.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I did with Master P and Turn Off the Lights. Master P stole my song and I just took it back. That's all. Okay. Master P, he used my song without my permission, and I got my money. Okay. As simple as that. It wasn't personal.
And I bet you Master P learned a lesson from that situation.
Yes, he did.
I bet you did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay. Yeah. We cool. I see him all the time. Master P do more for Compton than a whole lot of Compton artists. Ooh.
Better stop, dog. You better knock it off, Lonzo.
Master P do more for Compton than a whole lot of artists from Compton. I'm keeping 100. Master P been passing out turkeys and Thanksgiving dinners for the past God knows how long. Every Thanksgiving, I got pictures with him 2 years ago before COVID. We stand up side by side passing out turkeys and shit. Okay, I mean, he would sponsor a whole dinner for the senior citizens of Compton. I've yet to see anybody else. I'm sorry. What's his name? YG. His mom. YG's mom participates in that. I ain't seen nobody else talking that Compton shit. I ain't seen them. They may do something. The publicist didn't get the memo, but I know Master P been doing a lot. My first movie was with Master P. The movie I was in a couple years ago. Well, not a couple years ago. Damn, called Paroled. Master P funded that thing with all the guys from the Compton cable station. He did that with damn, I can't think of what was in that movie. It was me, Raj from Ernest Thomas. He was in the movie.
What's Happening Now?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, it was me, Raj, and another rapper from Compton, somebody Loke. I forgot who it was. But yeah, Master P funded the whole thing. Okay. It was the brothers that ran the Compton station, Compton cable station, produced it. And it was a good movie. And I had a good scene in it. I had a little love scene in it, got to do some crazy shit. But speaking of movies, I got picked up for a movie part.
Black crime boss there, huh?
Yes, sir. Your boy. I got picked up for The Bottoms, folks. Where's it at? That's
dope, man. Yeah. Shout out to The Bottoms.
Yeah, to my boy Sterling Davis. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, folks. I don't make no money from doing this. Okay.
Keep talking, Lonzo. My dog's got in the house. I gotta go put him back outside.
I don't make a dime from doing this right here. Okay. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I got the equipment. I got the time. I do 2 shows a week. I do this one right here, and I do another one on Thursday. But I do this show for a reason. Okay. There's an old saying, out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Out of sight, out of mind. If people don't see you, they don't think about you. Okay. My boy, who I don't see that often, We cool as hell. We cool as all outdoors. I don't talk to him that often. He happened to run across my podcast, and he said, "Damn, oh shit, he's the perfect person for this part." Now I ain't never auditioned. I've had acting classes. I just never wanted to be an actor because back in the day you had what they call a cattle call, which means you had to stand your ass in a long ass line with a bunch of other people and try and read these lines and try and get picked to do something. I wasn't doing all that. I was ready to go DJ and run a club. But my boy Sterling saw my podcast and he said, "Man, you'll be perfect for this part." And I got a call last Thursday after I did the show to be in this television show. Now I got a guest part right now, but it's very possible if the show gets picked up, I could have a recurring part. So, do what you love. Like I said, it's the old saying: do what you love. Do what you love for a living. You never work hard a day in your life. I don't work. I ain't worked hard in a long time. I make myself work hard doing stuff around my house, but for the most part, I enjoy what I do every day. I teach podcasting every day. I do these shows twice a week. I'm gonna be doing I did a DJ show last Saturday in San Diego. Hopped on a train, took my time, kicked it, had a ball, came on back home, and I'm back to work again. So I was just saying, I wasn't tone low, Paula. When you out in the public and you stay visible, okay. My boy got me for the party. He watched my podcast on Thursday, called me Friday. Said, "Man, you'd be perfect for that part." Old school crime boss, hell yeah! He sent me the lines. I get to cuss somebody out. I don't get laid, but shit, I get laid. I'm in jail. I ain't getting laid in jail.
Yeah, you don't want to play that part.
That's not a good look. Okay?
I think either or is bad. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Hey, but Mike said something interesting. He said that Master P almost signed Compton's Most Wanted. Are you aware of that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he just posted it on the comments right there.
Yeah, it was 8.
Oh, MC8, not Compton's Most Wanted. I'm sorry.
Right, it was 8. 8 was solo. Okay, 8 went solo, and I think that's when he signed. He went to go to Master P, but he passed, and he signed with Mac 10.
Okay.
I mean, everybody got their preferences. In 2020 to 21, who really needs a label per se? But if you want to give, you walk into a deal with 100% of the money, walk out with 10% and a check. You don't respect the money.
Respect the money, dog. I think to kind of wrap it up in a nice bow, I think you should do a segment every once in a while called Respect the Money and just drop financial gems on people, because that's something in our community that we just do not do. We do not respect the money. And I've never heard that phrase in that sense, but I'm going to use that phrase from now on. Respect your money.
That's a good idea.
Deep, man. Just throwing it out there. Lonzo Financial Show. I can see it now.
That might be a t-shirt. Respect the money.
Respect. Let's talk offline.
You got it, Doc. All right, folks, I think that's it for today, ain't it?
Yeah, that's it, man. We didn't get to anything, but I loved it that we got into that story. You got to clear some stuff up. So we got a lot to talk about next week, man. So,
all right, folks. Hey, Dusty Vision, thank you very much. Now, this Thursday coming up, my show, I'm doing something a little bit different. This is my first non-hip-hop show. Well, I'm not my first one, but what people don't realize about me is that along with being the godfather of West Coast hip-hop, I am very deep in the comedy world too. People don't know that, okay? One of my first discoveries was Robin Harris.
That's right. R.I.P. Man.
Robin Harris went to the Comedy Act Theater. Robin Harris was a regular at Eve After Dark. Okay.
Oh, I wish you had tapes. Man.
Joe Torre, the Wayans brothers. I mean, Keaton Ivory Wayans, Joe Torre, D.L. Hewley. They all used to play at Eve After Dark. And every club I've ever had, I had a comedy night. So all the guys, Scruncho, that's why I know all these cats, Scruncho and Shane, all these cats perform from my club. So when I walk into a comedy club, I get just as much love, if not more love, than I do from hip-hop clubs, okay? So this week I'm doing something different. I got a brother called Willie Brown. Willie Brown is a ventriloquist. I love ventriloquists because if a motherfucker can talk without his mouth moving and make a dummy joke, nigga, you all right with it. So I ran across his brother. I saw him on another podcast, and Thursday I got Willie Brown and his I forgot his dummies his partner's name.
We can't call them dummies anymore. Is it PC?
Got to be PC. You can't call them dummies. Okay. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, much love. My man said he couldn't call me because he got his grandkids. Much love. I got you, Doc. I ain't mad. I know how that go. But thank you, folks. Yes, I'm gonna have my man Willie Brown. He's a ventriloquist. You probably seen him on BET. He's been around for a while, brother. And I love me some ventriloquists. I know that's some old school stuff. I go back to Jerry Mahoney with the ventriloquist. Y'all you know what that is. Y'all have no idea what Jerry Mahoney, Winter Mahoney time was all about. So anyway, folks, I got a ventriloquist coming on. I ain't doing a hip hop show, but come on by, check it anyway. Should be fun, folks. In the meantime, from the West Coast to the East Coast, and everything in between, folks, from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park, you're live with your boy Lonzo. And today, my host is Dusty Vision.
Peace, man. Always a pleasure, homeboy. I'll see you next week.
Check your boy out, folks. I will be featured in the bottoms coming up very soon to a television network to you. In the meantime, we are out of here. Much love, folks.
Peace.
Peace.